Hello, everyone. I want to talk about artificial intelligence as research assistants.
There are about 7 steps that we go through, and you can recognize them, or they might repeat, or we can go into a loop. But this is the way we go from brainstorming. Actually, we have the data research that we do. We produce some data. Imagine we have the data. Imagine now we have the images, and that's what we would like to transform into text. And then we publish and share.
Some details about what it exactly means, each step. And at each step, there is a barrier. So what can we do? One way to handle this is to understand that at each step we have small tasks. And once you do small task, it's much easier than doing a big task. And moreover, each task can be delegated to someone. Like you go to supervisor and you ask help for this small specific task. You don't come and say that now we would like to create a story, so let's spend 2 hours. That's pretty impossible. But if you go and ask, I have this question about, let's say, storytelling. I have an idea. Let's go through together in 15 minutes. That is doable. Let's just say that there are some writing types. Now you are aware that there are tasks. Let's just decide which writing type is convenient for you, and then which software what you would like to use to do the tasks. And you can go from individual, where you are doing everything alone, the whole process, maybe with a supervisor, but you're leading the process. So you're so ambitious that you go through the whole process of writing, and then you do all those dozens of tasks yourself. But you can go to the simultaneous writing, where you can even write in a real time. That's how it looks like. You and then your supervisor, your colleagues, and other experts or non-experts like your mom. Actually, your partner might be reading your PhD thesis at some point just to give you feedback. So that's absolutely normal. But then there is a new category, your personal research assistants. By research assistants, I mean a software that contains artificial intelligence inside. And to give you an example, for collaborative writing, you actually would like to delegate some of the subtasks to your authors to do the real-time collaboration. So let's focus, let's be specific, real-time collaboration. Not just sending Word file by email, but real-time. And what you can use is um, track changes, you have it in Overleaf, commenting, you have it in Overleaf, even in Word, but it's difficult to use for real time. Then you have version control in Overleaf, sharing again in Overleaf, that you can invite people to work on the same document with you. And that enables simultaneous editing. And for bibliography, you can use Zotero to produce a BibTeX file, to upload it to Overleaf or synchronize, and then actually in Zotero you can have a group library, so you just put articles together, you discuss it there. You can use Alteria, something very specific, not even an Overleaf, but a program. There are many of them. I'm just giving one example, Alteria, Manuscript.io, something like this, where you just type in into forms, and then it will be formatted according to the style guides of your journal. That's another level. And a different is Git, of course, for coding that we would like to use for working in a group. And again, data analysis with Jupyter can be done in Google Drive, for example, with Colab. So it is, again, collaborative effort. But this is now the past, I would say. Because now on the right, you can see individual writing with artificial intelligence. And that means that you can delegate tasks to your personal research assistant. For example, for brainstorming, you can use ChatGPT. For mind mapping, you can use Obsidian and Notion. For searching literature, Litmaps and Research Rabbit. For summarizing, it will be Humata or Elicit. And for proofreading, it's definitely Grammarly, but there's also Writeful and many other analogs. For paraphrasing, Quillbot is great. For abstract writing, you can use Writeful, and there are so many of them that I wouldn't be able to show you all the examples. That's why I would like to finish with one more slide, but then you can ask me and I just can show my experience with some examples that you are interested in. And I've made this tinyurl.com AI research assistant. If you click on that, you will find a table with all the software I have found. The last slide about ChatGPT, because that was a breakthrough. It's not technological breakthrough, let me be clear with that. It is more a breakthrough in the number of users. So there were analogs before, but they were marginal. Now we're talking about definitely dozens of millions visit ChatGPT every day. There are some amazing videos showing many examples how you should use it for research. And I was using it for asking questions, actually coding, I should put it here, but then brainstorming, drafting, and rewriting, maybe something else. Whenever you start talking to ChatGPT, you should start thinking about it as a research assistant, not just some software, and not like a person, but something like a junior colleague. So you could actually specify, do you understand what we are talking about? So imagine I'm writing to a specific journal and I would like to ask questions about publishing in the journal, and I ask, do you know what is PRL? Then after that, you start asking questions, and you can use those things to, you know, to get a good answer. Because if you just go there and ask something, you can say, artificial intelligence is not so good yet, it doesn't work. But if you explain what you're expecting, then the answer will be much better. Because the main principle there, the quality of your question will immediately translate into the quality of the answer. Bad questions, bad answers. Specific questions, specific answers. And remember that the main difference is that ChatGPT remembers the whole history. All the questions, all the answers is a conversation. So everything that you started with will be affecting the final answers. And you can write something like this: return only the main response, remove pretext and post-text. And then you can vary the voice and style guide, so you can just write at the 6th grade level and avoid jargon and acronyms. Why is it important? Because when we are talking about articles versus proposals, there is a huge difference. In articles, it's easy to write. It's conventional. You just write what is expected in each section. When you're talking about proposals, they are going to be rated by reviewers. So you have to be persuasive. Now I can write all my thoughts in my plain language, and then I ask, please rewrite it in a persuasive way. And I get a result, a draft, which I rework by myself. But for me, it eliminates this barrier for producing good text. I just write your thoughts. Like you focus, for example, on structure, on logic, on your ideas, and you don't think about some language things, grammar. Forget about it. You just write your thoughts, and then this assistant is going to help with that. In the proposals, different from the articles, you are actually playing with emotions of the reviewer. Anyway, you have to intrigue at the beginning, in the introduction, then you convince with your idea, and then you inspire. And that's what you can ask from your research assistant. Please help me with intriguing, with making the text more catchy, right? Because you are not a natural writer. You are not trained to be a good writer, which is, always puzzling. Why we do research, we train in chemistry and physics, and then when we write proposals, oh my God, I must have experience in literature. Yes. Okay, you've got the idea. And now you've got also this idea that you must talk to your research assistant and explain what you're expecting from it. Now, I will start with Writeful. And Writeful was a concurrent to grammar spell checking software like Grammarly, but now it does something else. And so you have a code here in LaTeX, in Overleaf, and you spend some time on generating a title, right? But what if we just ask this software, could you please generate a title for me. Let's see if it can. Generate a title. Yes, now it's working. Surface curvature effect on oxygen electric catalytic activity towards mono and B functional oxygen electric catalysis. Makes sense. Okay. Let's regenerate. Surface curvature effect on oxygen reduction and evolution reactions. Makes sense. Our title was surface curvature effect on dual atom site oxygen electric catalysis. Okay. Let's do something even cooler. You know that abstracts are meant to be written at the very end when you have everything, right? So now you have written the whole text. Let's just click and generate abstract. So my abstract reads, improved oxygen electric catalysis is crucial for the ever-growing energy demand. Metal, nitrogen, carbon materials are promising candidates for catalysis. Something like this. And that reads like metal, nitrogen, carbon catalysis are promising candidates for improving oxygen reduction and evolution reactions in fuel cells, electrolyzers, and air batteries. In this work, we present a realistic in-port dual-site atom site model with the CME and metal sites and apply density function. So it's not good, you know. It's a very long sentence first, and then there are some mistypes, and probably there are even errors. Conceptual errors, but it's taking into account that it takes only seconds, and you can regenerate it, and then you can copy paste it to somewhere else. Like, let's just copy paste this one, and now I'm showing you another IE. So let's copy paste it here, and what we can do is a paraphrase. Again, it doesn't know anything about electric catalysis, but it saves you a lot of time, because now you see promising options. Oh, alternative possibilities, choices, solution candidates, options, whatever. And now you can just choose what is best. And it's already paraphrased. And you can reparaphrase many times as you wish. And then you can adjust it and you can rewrite it by yourself. It's just having all those old books, dictionaries all around you and looking for a synonym or antonym to a word. But now you have a tool for that. It is automated, saving your time.